Yo, did you miss us? We're back. Episode 6 of the Champions Corner. Here with my brothers, my long life brothers, Sean Player, Ron Crumpton. Y'all ready to get this party started? Talking about some WWE King and Queen of the Ring. What's
Let's
happened
go.
there? What's going to happen? What do we think is going to happen with the future with the winners? Talking about current stories as well. And we're going to thoughts on Uncle Howdy and how the process of the whole tournament went the whole time. Are y'all ready to get into this good stuff here?
Let's get into it.
Yeah,
Before we
a
start,
lot of good stuff to talk about.
it's a lot. Before we start, my hat's off to the new 360 cam that WWE got. Man, that thing was legit.
Boy, that job, boy, they did that with Logan Paul. Yo, that was fire, bro. That was fire.
That's legit.
Yeah, I was like, where that camera at? I need to see that camera in the arena.
Man, yo, these camera angles are off the chain, bro.
Right.
Now, you know what? I will say this. You know, you hint to that. When I was at the Rumble early this year, I noticed there was a drone camera that's floating around. I don't recall if it made it. I remember seeing it at a certain point, so I don't recall if it like went to like closer to the ring and then backed up. I couldn't tell because obviously I didn't see it on TV, but I couldn't tell. But I do remember seeing like a drone, so maybe that was kind of the spot of it too. I don't know. So I don't know, but yeah, their production is on a whole nother level right now, as we know.
Absolutely, bro.
Loving it.
But also, I want to know how y'all feeling today, man. How y'all feeling? Episode 6, fellas. We keep going.
I'm happy. I'm enjoying this ride. We keep putting this out. I'm loving it.
Listen,
got a lot to talk about.
Listen, we taking the YouTube wrestling space by storm. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're born champions. That might be the next shirt. Born champions.
Hey, as you can tell, we are wrestling fans. We're just fans who love wrestling. Want to talk about it with you, and we thank you for joining us. And we're going to talk about the King and Queen of the Ring from this past weekend, fellas. Y'all ready to get into it? Let me hear you say, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, y'all gotta do better than that. But anyway, look, it's all right. But first and foremost, I would like to give props to WWE for bringing this thing back, King and Queen of the Ring. It was a fan favorite back in the day. I know back in the day it was a little different as far as what we do. You would have tournaments on the certain shows, but like on the day of the show, you would have somebody might wrestle 3 matches. You know what I'm saying, to get into the finals. They might wrestle another a quarterfinal, semifinal, then an actual finals match. So we saw that happen with Stone Cold. We saw that happen with the Kurt Angles and Triple H's and things of that nature. So I want to give a props to WWE for not only bringing back the King of the Ring, but also calling it the King and Queen of the Ring, because I really feel the women have earned their keep, and I think it's going to a new level there. What do you think about that, fellas?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Crump.
Yeah, but not only that, putting that stipulation on this tournament to make it even bigger.
Mm-hmm.
As far as who goes to SummerSlam to fight for that title.
Right.
There's a lot of with King and Queen, or King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring. A lot of people have seen it as a joke. As far as podcasts and stuff like that, I've always loved the tournament itself, whether it's all in one night or mostly in one night or over a few weeks. I've always enjoyed. Well, most of the tournaments are great, but as far as King of the Ring, it was always a great stepping stone for a lot of superstars that I like, and built them and shot them to the next level. And I pray that it should do that also, especially with, like I said, the stipulations, the talent that was in the tournament, major talent that was in the tournament, and what they're going for at SummerSlam. It made it really important.
For sure, man. If we think back in the day, man, like this was, that stepping stone for you to be the top guy, or in this case, top dude and top female, in the industry, in the company. I'm glad they brought it back. And as we saw, this past weekend, as we saw, man, they really put on a good show.
They did. You talk about it bringing back, and we're talking about bringing it back. I don't think they've done this since 2002. I think it was the only time they've done it, where the winner would get a title shot at SummerSlam. And I believe that year was Brock Lesnar, and that's when he went on to face, it was Rock and Brock, and that kind of was like the birth of that era for him. So I like that concept, and I like the fact that they didn't really announce it until like the day before,
Right.
because it would have took away maybe from the overall concept. People were like, well, who's going to SummerSlam? Who's going to SummerSlam? As opposed to enjoying the ride of the tournament itself. If you realize something, the whole tournament itself, that was the focus of the Raw and SmackDown, and even some of the live events. The focus was, and I'm really proud that they took that time to build that up. You know,
Yeah.
to the King and Queen in the ring. They took the time and let the matches happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's his own story. It's his own story. You know, they didn't really low blow anybody. It wasn't cheap. Everybody got their time. It was smart business, I think, to put it on live events to kind of get more crowds there. Not that they're hurting for it, but you know what I'm saying, to keep that interest.
Right. And I mean, WWE continues to do more with less. They continually do. I mean, I think it probably was maybe like 11 people on the card. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really like a full roster, but they continue to do more with less. And I think it was an amazing show.
Yeah, and also to make sure that they showed some champions, show that they paying attention to the tournament to see who they are facing. Even before the announcement was made that they get a shot at SummerSlam, they did that beforehand with champions like showing their investment in it and what are they looking for, who they looking at to win, or who they see they may face later. You know what I'm saying? So that was important.
It was very important. You know, but let's get into the show itself and talk about it, kind of break it down for the people. And you know, Sean, to your point, you did have a pre-show match for the women's tag team titles, but 5 matches on the main card. And I like the fact that they gave it time, right? So in essence, you had 3 men's matches and 3 women's matches. Yep. You know, for that day. So let's break it down. Let's go ahead and start with the women's tag team title match, the superstar duo of Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Yep, you know, matching pink outfits, man. It was amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh, I call it the never in doubt match.
Yeah,
of the night. Never in doubt match of the night. Who's gonna win here?
Hey, did y'all see the ending move? Man, they come up with some finishers, man.
Oh
yeah. But I want to give props to Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae as well, because they kept the story going from the knee there. Yeah. And I think those young women are really, they're still kind of getting their feet wet in it too. So I want to give them props too. You know, that's not easy to go out there and face a dynamic duo like that. You know, and for the company to trust you to do that on such a large scale, I think that speaks highly of them as well. So I want to give them some props. In the match itself, just the women in general. So I think that's really, really, really well done well. So I really appreciate it for that. What do you think, fellas?
It was a good match. I think all 4 ladies, I think they all had a good showing. But of course, you know, my girls Bianca and Jade just kind of stole the show, man, as always, man. But you know, they did a good job.
Yeah, and it was a bounce back from people down in their match in France, where they kind of lost their track with the Kabuki Warriors, and so it was on point through the whole match for this one. You know, the one in France was still good. Like I said, they really finished strong with it. They brought it really home really well, and that's what you're gonna remember anyway with that ended for that. But they did it all the way through, and they did well. It was a great match, and like you said, having it on Indy and Candice. It is hard to go against them too, because nobody think they're gonna lose anyway, and you have to show you a threat, and you handicap Bianca a little bit. You was a starter there, and so you're trying to continue with that. So they had a way to make it happen.
Man, and I mean, shoot, to your point, like I can imagine as a female competitor looking across the ring and seeing those two. You know, I mean, you probably like, man, I ain't got no chance. You know, because they probably got 0 body fat combined together.
Lord, he's on 0 body fat.
But then I think it's like match psychology too, though, because when Jade comes out, you know, as a storm, and she got that entrance, and that confidence exudes out of her, and you're looking at that, you're like, man, do you get nervous? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, you know, wow.
You can, but as a superstar, period, you got to have confidence in yourself, no matter where you are, what you think people gonna think of you anyway. Mm-hmm. So they did a good job of that tonight. Well, last night, yesterday.
Yeah,
they did, man. But I think it was a good show. I think it was good to get some eyes on them as well, because you know the overall goal was trying to help build the woman up over in Saudi Arabia anyway. So I think that was a very good thing to do. And But let's move on to that main roster card. And speaking of another, listen, it was a fan favorite. What happened? You know, Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch. You know, Liv Morgan's our new women's world champion.
Yeah,
but,
man.
Hey, a lot of people wanted that, and they got it. I know a lot of people was upset when she didn't win that battle royal, but now she won it on a bigger stage. And on top of that, it kind of continues the story. Dominic said on the pre-show, I came all the way to Saudi Arabia to make sure you don't win mommy's title. Well, you kind of helped her win mommy's title.
Yeah. But yeah, and that was a twist from what we thought was how the story was going to start.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see it continue what they actually say on Raw, but that was a twist with that. So the Liv wouldn't get it. He doing this for mommy because mommy don't want her to get because she put mommy out, Rhea out. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of a twist that they put in. I didn't expect that part of it, the story. I
think that he's not doing it for mommy. I think he's actually on Liv's team. He's team Liv.
Yeah, that's why I said they got to see what they do on Raw, but that was a good twist how they put it out there though, for the start of this.
You know, I got to give Dom his props. I kind of been like, I don't know about this guy, man, but man, the psychology behind it last night, like he really sold all that last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Becky looking over to the corner and seeing Dom, and he's kind of pacing back and forth, like, what should I do? How am I going to stop Liv Morgan from getting mommy's title? And then he throws in a chair, and the rest is history.
Mm-hmm. Well, I call this match out of y'all know from this kind of match of the Britney Spears outfits, because that's kind of what they was. I felt like both of them was leaning to it because I seen it online or whatnot.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, Liv had the red outfit from the Oops, I Did It Again video, and Becky, she had the outfit from I think it was like an MTV Video Music Awards performance that Britney had, and she had the like tux outfit. So battle of Britney Spears outfits. I mean, Liv won the battle.
At first, I was like, "Oh man, surely Becky not gonna wrestle in that." But then I was reminded that this is a Muslim country, and all the females got to be covered completely up.
Yeah. That was her way of doing it.
Yeah. You know, going back to the part, Ron, where you said you didn't expect it to be that way. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't either. I expected him to come out there, maybe grab the chair, but hit Becky and just hit her, you know, or something like that. And then him and Liv kind of just hug, or he raises her hand or something along those lines. Mm-hmm. But I didn't. I guess they went a different route with it, which I'm loving. Like I said, the unpredictability, we talked about that a couple of shows ago. Right. But I'm loving that piece. But now he's like, man, what have I done now? Yep. But remember, we saw him walking, in some of these promos. We saw them walking out the same rooms together. You know, we saw a picture with his bandana in her pocket. You know, so we just saw, man. So maybe on Raw, maybe something will pop off on there. You know, more to come on that. I tell you that.
But she did say she's coming to take everything mommy had.
Yeah, and she and you was talking about the stuff in the background with her them walking out the same room. It wasn't just that. I don't know if I saw before. It was Finn Balor, or how you say it, and her getting out the same car in the background too. Yeah. So Finn might be in on it too. Right. So and then, like I said, that could lead to other things and like tension between the Judgment Day, and I don't know if it's just them two or what. But we can see how it unfolds. I think they're doing a slow burn of how they unfold this.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look. Now we just talked about all that. We didn't even talk about the match.
You know, still good. I'm just saying, there's a lot going on around it, though.
Man, it's a lot. What you say, Lonnie? A lot of what?
A lot of meat on that bone. Hey, a lot of meat on that bone. Hey, t-shirt coming soon. But look, like I was saying though, but I, Susan, I that's the beauty about it though. The match, the match was good. It was back and forth. They always, in my opinion, every match I've seen them. I know they had one that they won. To me, that was their best match, the match that they won. But it was good back and forth, good hard hitting for what they could deliver. But that instance where Dom came out there and it's like, now you got like, what's going to happen? Now you kind of lean in more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, the chair's in the ring. Okay. Oh, Becky gets DDT.
Yeah. Yeah, that DDT caught me out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm like,
I was so
wait
happy.
A minute, is he gonna get up? And then on top of that, they threw the chair out, but the chair didn't go out the ring. So
right.
So it didn't go out the ring. So the camera had to cut that with whatever. But the 1, 2, 3, and it's continuing on. Becky's in the back saying, "I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on." Man, look.
Oh yeah, she was arguing with Dom in the back. Yeah.
Hey,
so much more.
She was full on hot, man. She was ready. She was hot.
Listen, so I honestly think, man, that was a good opener. This is not. I know everybody wants to be main eventers, but I believe main event is a state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, I don't think Becky minds opening shows because you notice they depend on her to do that a lot because she can deliver in that space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a good opener, a good banger, to quote Sheamus, to kind of kick it off, and a good finisher. With Liv Morgan, which a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people wanted her to win, and so now they have that. So that's a good trend up for the show start. So I just think that set the tone for what was to happen, and we all can agree right now that it was a great match. It was a great story, and it continues. So it's not even over.
Right.
And a lot of people didn't see that coming, especially the more casual fans. And us, diehard fans, we see the stuff in the background. We're looking at X and Instagram, or whatever, and people pointing out what's going on in the background of promos or whatever it is with Liv and Dom. But casual fans who just watching just to watch, they be like, "What's Dom doing here?" Like they didn't expect that at all. Like it's just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, that still got to unfold for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but like I said, with Cole and Graves, they was saying, "Oh, he's out there for keep Liv from having the belt." So, like I said, that's a twist for us. But it's like, oh yeah, that just makes sense for another casual fan. But for us, that's kind of a twist from what everybody been predicting, or what our both predictions we did on our last episode.
Yep, it's a plot twist somewhere.
Yeah, plot twist. I mean, it doesn't stop. It's like you got all these pieces. I really want to know what he's going to say. Like, because they're going to have that backroom meeting, and they have the Judgment Day backroom meeting every Monday. So they're going to be like, guys, Dom, what was that? What was that? And so it's going to happen. So I want to know what he's going to say.
Yeah,
I got to know, man. I got to know what he's going to say.
Right, because this man been trying to do so much lately. Dom been doing a lot lately. This man brought Escobar in. That ain't work. Try to bring him to the team. Carlito, Carlito gonna do something. He got something behind up his sleeve, and now he done this. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, Prince is about to be on him on Monday. He gonna be first thing.
This might be his way out. It might be his ticket out.
I don't know, boy. We're good.
But hey, so what if he gets kicked? They just what, Dom, we done with you, and they just kick him out. That's more of a reason for Liv to come in and be like, "Oh, it's okay, Dom," and Pat. That's more of a reason for him to be like, "You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna be with Liv."
That's possibility.
But see, you got to remember long-term booking.
Yeah.
So they already have, when Rhea comes back, this is what you're probably gonna be doing, right? So while you're out, we're gonna build this thing up. You know what I'm saying? So when she does come back, it's like, what now? Dom, yeah, it's easy to join somebody else when mommy's not around. What's gonna happen when mommy comes back?
He gonna be in a rocket between a rock and a hard place, ain't it?
Yeah. But it ain't just him. Rhea was the glue for everybody, so she's gonna be on all of them.
Yep.
But mostly Dom, of course. But yeah, but she's gonna be on all of them because she was that glue, and it's glue melting right now with her out.
Right.
Look, man, but it was a great start of the show. More meat on that bone, as I like to say. But fellas, and I was talking to Sean earlier, man. He really, Sean.
Yeah.
Tell the people about this Intercontinental title match, brother.
Man,
tell the people about the Intercontinental. Let's transition to that Intercontinental title match and talk to the people about it, man.
That might have been the match of the night, man. Outside of Orton and Gunter, that probably been the match of the night, man. But we first of all, we got Kurt Angle 3.0 in the building, man.
He's trying. He trying.
He trying. I mean, even the fans are saying you suck. Like
That surprised me. That surprised me when they start doing that.
Yep. But man, I mean, the spots that they put on that match, I have a newfound respect for Sami Zayn. He put on a great show in that match, a good showing to defend his title. And what's the other guy name from Australia?
Bronson Reed.
Man, he put on one heck of a show, man. That's a big dude that can move, man. But I think yeah, man. Yeah, I think the key part to that match was his name Gabriel?
Yeah, Gable.
Man, that dude is legit, man. That triple suplex he did.
Yo, I thought Bronson was gonna do that to both of them, but he turned around, he did it. I was like, yeah, what?
Yeah, man,
bro.
Yeah, I feel bad for old Pillsbury Doughboy, man.
Oldest.
Man, he's conflicted, man. He's conflicted, man. I don't know how long he's gonna take his stuff, man. Like, there's no way something's gonna have to happen. They're gonna break that group. It's already self-destructed. It's just gonna have to dissolve, man. Yeah. But that IC title match was the match of the night, man. I mean, they had all kind of spots in that match. But my hat's off to Sami Zayn. He did a good showing as the Intercontinental Champion.
Man, look, I don't want to jump ahead of myself because I don't know what my good brother Ron got for the 3-4 predictions, man. But man, I'm hoping he say something, but I ain't gonna, I'll let him decide that later. But man, what you just said, about Otis, I personally, I thought when he clotheslined him, I thought he was gonna turn around and smile.
Right. He's conflicted. He's conflicted, man. He's conflicted.
He had no issue hitting Bronson though. He said, all right, I got Bronson, but dang, Sammy too? Hold on, bro. I can't do Sammy, bro. Hold on. Yeah, completely about that one. I'm like, what? Come on, man. But I mean, it's something to build on to because didn't he kick old girl out?
Yep.
He
coming out.
They told her to go back. He told her to go back or something like that.
Yeah, because he need two of them costing him. Man, like we know that's ending like soon, real soon. So,
yep.
And guys, I like to pay attention to certain things. So, to me, again, I like to say it again. Say it with me, people. There's a lot of meat in that bone. Because think about it. He pinned Bronson Reed. Right?
Yes.
Otis clothesline Chad Gable. So that's not over.
Oh yeah.
Those two still gotta go at it. And to me, and you know how I love the Intercontinental title is my favorite title. It probably will always be my favorite title. But I see a Sami's name in a Chad Gable, like a Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, or earlier Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, or Bret Hart and British Bulldog, Amos Smith, like those type of caliber matches, those superstars trying to get to that next level. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's like those hard hitting matches. I mean, think about it. Think about it. When Austin and The Rock were fighting for the Intercontinental title, then they end up fighting for the main title, Rock and Triple H. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I see that happening right now because those guys can go. I mean, they main event at Raw. I know people are going to say, yeah, because it's the same as hometown, but the fact of the matter, they main event and they delivered. And it started the story. Well, it didn't start because they was already doing something, but it started now. We define who's the face and who's the heel. Now we got something solid to go off of. You know what I'm saying? So solid match, man. What do you think? Overall, what do you think gonna happen?
It was a solid match all the way around, man. I think this, that solidifies Sami to me as, he's put his mark on that. This is my title. I think the whole situation with the Alpha group, man, they're gonna have to figure that out, man. They have to figure that out because that dude straight up bullying them, man.
Yeah, you tell that man to wake up. He looks asleep already, but he said, wake up and do what I told you. Like, what you out here for if you're not gonna do what I told you to do?
So
we talked about this in the back.
I know Kurt probably won't come back and do this, but I'm like, man, it'd be cool if he came back and did something like manage Gabe, man, that'd be cool, man. But I'm pretty sure he won't. I'm pretty sure that's not in his cards. But
Hey, I ain't think about that. I mean,
Hey, look.
he's more seen as a good guy right now, so I don't know if he'll just turn heel like that, especially he can't go right now in the ring.
right.
So I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't know if he'll bring him back to be a heel.
Mhm.
But you know, they're doing You Suck chance, so it might at least have a segment or two, or you know, they might bring him back just because they're doing the You Suck They're starting to do You Suck things for Gable in his entrance.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's gonna. I think what's gonna happen. This is my potential prediction for this. Obviously, Otis is going to be the one who comes out the bigger star out of the three, out of Tozawa and Maxine, because they chant Otis' name. He's going to turn on them. Chad's going to recruit the Creed brothers, and that's going to be his new stable.
Yeah, because he was already seen talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Think about what I said."
Yeah. Go ahead, Croc.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, before you start talking to Otis and them in the back, I think the last episode of Raw or the episode before, he was telling Creed brothers, "Hey, think about what I said." And I guess he offered them something, and you know, because they ain't really been on TV like that. Surprisingly, they tried. It's like when they first came on the main roster, they was trying to really push them. The Creed brothers, like they was winning like a tournament and everything. Trying to push them hard, but lately they ain't really been shown. So I think this is their way back on screen, which just makes sense because, like I said, with them and Gable, that's a force to be reckoned with. They're real collegiate athletes, you know, like Olympic type athletes, and so it makes sense. And the first thing is going to be with Gable going against Otis. They probably going to interfere or come out and do something to Tozawa. Tozawa going to be outside out there. Maxine going to be out there trying to do something, trying to be there to support Otis. So Creeper's going to come in there, block Maxine, and then do something to Tozawa and cause Otis a match against Gable, and then they're going to move forward as that stable. I would think that's how it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Well, here's another part I think we're missing though. The pit bull. Ivy now.
Yeah.
Her and Maxine are friends, but she's she's with the Creed brothers though.
Yeah.
Yo.
That'd be dope.
I mean, she better make a decision.
Yep.
I mean, because other than that, I mean, I don't know what else she could do. Because I mean, unless she's going to join the Alpha Academy. But I mean, what kind of stable is that? You got Ivy now, Maxine, and Tozawa, and I guess and Otis, two women. I mean, I don't know what they can do with that, but I mean, I guess her and Maxine could be like go for the women's tag team titles, and Tozawa and Otis could try to go for a tag team championship, also be in contendership. I guess that's the only way to go with that type of group. But other than that, yeah, I mean, now going to make a decision if that's what it comes to.
Yep.
It is because as we know, if they there's always like an end game, right? So this match was a big setup to that. Like I said, I personally believe they kind of moved Bronson Reed out of the picture for a little bit, maybe not forever, but at least from the title picture between Sammy and Chad. I think it's a bigger thing to happen there. We got major events coming up, so we don't know when that's going to happen. But hey, so much more on that. So we'll see in a couple of weeks. We're like, you know what? I can't deal with y'all anymore. I need some people I can trust.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But overall for the match, it's one of the must see of the night.
Man, it was a really good match, man. I mean, it had so much flavor to it, man. You know.
Yeah, a lot of unexpected spots too.
Oh man, and the crowd ate it up, man. The crowd ate it up.
They did. They loved it, and of course, as us as fans, we love it when you're watching it from your home. When it's already a good match and the fans are really invested in it.
Boy, I was sweating on that match, boy. not have been this cold, but man, I was like, I felt, and I like matches like that where I can feel it through well, it's no longer the TV I was watching on my phone, but.
You got to get it how you get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the beauty of it. You have options there. But man, very, very good match. I know we're very happy about that. Potential show still of the night. But fellas, I want to transition into the theme matches of the night.
Yeah.
you know, the King and Queen of the Ring matches. So I know, you know, RC, I want you to take the lead for the women's because and the reason I say that is because I know you said on a couple of shows ago that I want Nia to win.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nia won.
Oh yeah.
Talk to us about it. What do you like about it, and what have you seen? And like what is it about you that really wanted Nia to win this match and her journey through the tournament?
Her journey, like I said, well, I'm gonna start with from her coming back in this second run she got, and she's like the confidence she has now, and what she's been showing us, especially from I see mostly started from the Rumble. This woman just throwing just everybody out without a care, and people I've been mad at her for years about that, her not being safe, and she don't know what she's doing in the ring, and supposed to be some heat on her or whatever, this and that. But she showing she can throw people around, and she is safe. She can carry a lot of these matches. She can be dominating. So like I said, she's showing that confidence. That's why I want her to be the queen. Like I said, she showing her confidence. She dancing, throwing people through tables. After she danced, after she throw people through tables, and showing that she deserves it. She deserved this run. This went way better her first run. First one, like I said, she was her people by accident. I don't know what training she had since she left or she came back. She's more aware, more ring awareness that she got. But she's been showcasing it with her person in the ring and just with her personality. And like I said, just the confidence is exuding from her. That she don't care about what y'all talking about, and she gonna do her, and they giving her these positions, and she's excelling.
Mm-hmm.
They gave her that main event against Rhea in Australia. Like I said, some people thought she might win that, but I mean it's Australia, and people knew Rhea's gonna go to WrestleMania. But I mean, she still has you on your toes. I think. And, and for a second, I thought Lara Valkyria. They were trying to build her. What she's been going through the tournament surprised me, especially when she beat Io. I was like, oh, she be the former women's world champion, women's champion, WWE women's champion. Like, they put her in the finals. So that kind of thing got me thinking, like, they really trying to push her from NXT to be a real mainstay on Raw, and she still can because she looked good tonight. She looked good throughout the tournament. But Nia put it on her. Like she just couldn't take that down. Like she tried to do the whole match. She put on a good fight, but Nia just continued to dominate and push back on her. And that last final thing she did at the match, that really, I was like, yo, is Lara okay? Because the way she landed on her didn't look good at all. I mean, it looked good. It just looked like she really restored her rib cage or something. So I was like, after that, I knew like Lara better not kick out of this. If she kick out of this, I'm about to be upset at this whole pay-per-view because the way she landed on her, like it had to be it. But Nia doing her thing, and you see how it really hit her, and like she ain't been. I think she kind of came out of character a little bit when she was talking to Triple H and he was hugging her and this and that after she won. Like, I deserve this. And I think Triple H saying you deserve this and you should be proud of yourself. I think that's part of what he said when he was hugging and whatnot. Because I feel like she does deserve it. Because like she's been doing great since she came back. She's showcasing her style, and that's what she's there for. Be dominant, be big, dominant, be different. The song say I'm not like most girls. They switched up the song now, but I'm not like most girls. She's showing that she isn't like most girls, and she's dominating. And this is a big moment for her, a crowning moment. No pun intended.
I mean, she was hugging the game, Triple H. I mean, how can you not?
Buddha's man. Hey, Buddha's man. Look. Not to take anything away from Live Valkyria, but I really want to home in on what Ron said because if you've been paying attention to Nia's journey, even her prep to come to the event, she was saying, "I'm going to get my crown." So the confidence is exuding out of her now, and what she's been through, and she's actually showing, on a personal note here, she's actually showing women who may not be thin, who may not be like, got the definition of muscles. They're showing that you can still excel. And again, this is taking nothing away from Live Valkyria. but I just feel like, this particular moment, this was made for Nia. I mean, think about it. She's beat Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair to get to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I think that this was meant for her. And we know what happens next, what's next scheduled for her. We know what happens. She dominated the match. We just talked about that, but we know what's next. That's scheduled. She's penciled in for SummerSlam, and I believe that's going to be against Bayley. I don't see Bayley losing the title. I believe that's going to be against Bayley. But so that's a pretty big deal. And SummerSlam is just the second biggest show of the year, according to in-house. So I'm very proud. I think that was the right move for her to become queen. What do you think, Sean?
I agree with everybody's sentiments on that. I mean, Nia Jax, let's just go ahead and put her with the bloodline already. Let's go ahead and get that over with, man. Let's go ahead and put her in there. I think that, man, her whole presentation has changed. She's a lot more edgy, and she's representing, and I mean this in no wrong way, but she's representing for those women that are a little bit thicker or bigger than most women, as the product suggests, that you got to look a certain way. And I think she's doing a great job the way carrying herself, in and out the ring. I think that this is just it's her time. It's her time. I would love to see her beat Bayley, but I think it's her time, man. I think it's her time.
Good. You know what? Part of me want to say she will beat Bayley, but I guess we'll have to wait and see, because Bayley, Bayley waiting a long time to. I already see the seeds being planted there. Oh goodness, man! I'm getting excited about it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know they could do some great things with that. They could.
Yeah.
They could do some great things with that. People might, but those who might be thinking like, I don't see that. No, you got to look a little deeper.
Yeah.
You got to look a little deeper and find out what you put up there.
She gonna give it all she got, man. You saw how she was determined. She Yokozuna.
Hey.
Let's go ahead and put her with the bloodline. Now, if she get with the bloodline, man, she got a whole nother backing behind her, especially with this bloodline.
Oh yeah.
Like Paul Heyman said, man, you hiring some criminals.
Academy Award winning Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman said, man, was it longer? He couldn't even make it across the board.
You do realize that, right? Oh hell. Yes.
Then he dropped the seed, or he dropped the painted the picture. This is why we didn't recruit them in the beginning the first time.
Ooh.
Yeah. That was good placement. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We could do a whole show on the bloodline each week, man. Because they keep evolving.
We might have to do that.
Yeah.
They keep evolving, man. But congratulations to Nia Jax. It wasn't emotional. Nia, if you hear this, congratulations to you. And I can say the Champions Corner, we're very happy and proud of you. But keep going. Yeah. Now, my brother, Sean Player.
Yeah.
Talk to us about this King of the Ring match, brother. Talk to us about this King of the Ring match, because you said in the beginning of the show that probably was the show stealer for you.
Absolutely.
In addition to the other Continental match, but you said, but this right here, this paper right here, this match on paper, along with sell the whole arena out. But talk to us about the match, my brother.
Man, first of all, France has set a precedent for all international crowds to sing along with Randy Orton. I mean, the crowd sung his song. I mean, Orton is in his veteran mode, man. Orton he owned that whole entrance, man. I never see him walk so methodically, to the ring, man. I mean, he soaked every last moment of that, man. But Gunter didn't waver not one bit. He didn't flinch at all. Gunter had no flinching in him when it came to the wrestling one of the greats, probably one of the top 10 talents in WWE. Orton's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, to take him on head to head, toe to toe, move for move, man, it was a spectacular match, man. And Gunter is so hard hitting, man, but Orton, classic Orton. I think if he didn't have maybe, I'm not sure if the injuries are how legit it is, but if those didn't come into play, I think Orton would have came out the winner, man. But Gunter, man, hats off to him, man. He really solidified, like he really took that, like this is my night, but that match from start to finish had so much color, so much flavor, man, so much flair, fanfare. The fan was involved. I think, and they put on one heck of a show, man.
Thank you. Oh, go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead, brother.
I was thinking about that controversial ending though, because they look like Orton, both shoulders was down, but I mean, I think Gunter was going to win anyway, but I think they had to talk about that. I don't know. Somebody could have mentioned it.
I would say, like Triple H said, it's not so controversial. But I will say, now, who's to say that that's not a part of the build? You know what I'm saying? And we've seen it happen before where, they had some type of ending like that and, the next night on Raw, so that might be the way for that whole story to continue between him and Gunter,
Yeah, it had to be down the line though, because they're both on two different shows.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So that had to be down the line, but I guess they could do it then. But I mean, they gave it to Gunter. So I mean, and anybody be mad at that. So
I thought for sure Orton was going to win, because they had already painted the picture with Cody and Orton, this past week now. So I thought for sure, but Gunter versus Cody, that's to me, that's that Rocky vibe. You know what I'm saying? Rocky going up against the Russian, the Russian fighter. That's going to have all kind of Rocky vibes when that happens.
Yeah. Look, man. And, but look, oh man, thank you for saying that, man. I'm so excited. I want to talk over. Look, yes, but he has that on. But I want to. Although Rocky, he wrote the red, white, and blue too. I want to throw a little bit of that Apollo Creed in there too, man.
Oh yeah,
throw a little bit of that Apollo Creed in there too. You know what I'm saying? The vibe of dancing with that thing, because that's where it started at, right? And I can see Orton have that mindset. While this man's out dancing, not saying Cody would do that, but Orton just sitting there. Because for me, for that match to work, if it ended up being Cody versus Orton at SummerSlam or somewhere down the road, it'd have to be heel Orton.
Right.
Yeah, I'm talking about back like 09 or 2010. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think that's the only way that will work. You know what I'm saying? The match would be good, but I think from a build out, that it would have to be almost as like Orton has to do to Cody 10 times worth what The Rock did to him.
Mm-hmm.
He would have to do that, because how else could it work? You can do the teacher versus student thing on paper, but to me, you really have to like make it make sense and have to make Orton violent to build the anticipation of that match.
Yeah, and the story will come from that time, because that's when Cody was, with him during that Orton era. But I don't know if Orton gonna really. So it could make sense for him to go to that deep, the evil or how he was back then, a bad guy. But I don't know where he's been lately. He's just been in chill mode and happy-go-lucky about it. I mean, he still, have a little edge to him, because it's Orton. But it might take a lot to go like that, because he was out there congratulating Orton at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had to weave that into the story. If he goes back that deep with it, because the story goes that deep, but I don't know if Orton would go back that deep how he was in 09, 2010. That's if they go over there, sometime soon, that match.
I think he can switch it on. It's an old saying. Keep your enemies closer. Yeah, he was out there, celebrating Cody, but you always know a good heel in the inside, they're always gonna be, one step ahead of you. They're gonna switch it. They can switch it on. They can be, they smile in your face, but if you turn your back, especially on the Viper, we see how that go. The RKO come out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but also to add to that, what you just said, RC, he was in the ring when Cody won. You can build it off of that. When I was looking at you up in the ring, I just saw that I deserve to be there, not you. However you want to spin.
Yeah.
The bloodline took me out. I should have been the one to end the bloodline. You can build that from whatever kind of way right there, man. So
Yeah, because I think Cody did say that. Now he realizing that. He said, I don't think he should have busted open. Yeah, you're at the top. Triple H told him, like, you still got that target on your back. They were happy for you, but they still looking for you
Mhm.
at the same time. And like, you the champion. We all here for a reason, bro. We all here. And that's the top title. That's what we want. We want to be that main guy. As much as you want to be that, we don't have it. So we want to be that even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cody is such a baby face though, man. But we'll get into that later.
yeah, man. But congrats, not to take away anything from what Gunter did. You know, he won, and now on paper he's set to face the world champion on Raw. He's set to face him at SummerSlam. So you know,
that's gonna be a hard hitting match.
Yeah, but we don't know who that might be. I know they just booked Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre for Clash at the Castle, but we don't know what's gonna happen there. I mean,
we know CM Punk getting involved in that somehow.
Yeah. Oh boy, they might turn CM Punk here after that, then, because that's Drew's hometown.
Like Punk gonna care,
huh?
Like Punk gonna care,
right?
Yeah. I'm just saying.
He gonna be a heel in one country. They ain't gonna be. They about to leave right after that show.
You know it.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. You know how the international crowd's already influencing them to sing songs. You know what I'm saying? You know how the wrestling fans go.
Yeah.
Start getting booed somewhere else. But not to take away, hard hitting match, like you said, and congratulations to Gunter as well. I mean, that was a hard hitting match. You expected that because Gunter could beat you in like 10,000 different ways. The new man of 1,000 hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like old D. Malenko, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like whatever gets the job done, that's my move.
Yeah.
So, the ring general.
Yes, the ring general. The ring general. How you say it?
Well, Michael Cole, King General.
Whoever's going to face him at SummerSlam, I was to say, just get ready, because it ain't gonna be a good night at the office. Because I think he gonna win.
Oh yeah, that's a big part of the summer. Ain't gonna be no party with him.
I mean, if it's Cody versus Gunter, Cody chest about to look like a meat, look like a old a meat. What you call it, a butcher? The way that man be slapping your chest, golly.
It's gonna be red up.
Yeah. And I know people are like, a lot of people don't like those chops. I mean, you can think about back at then Ric Flair used to do it and all that kind of stuff, and Shawn Michaels. But yeah, you're right. Well, he gonna give him a whole new paint job if he do that, man. So, but yeah, congratulations to Gunter, man. Congratulations, the king and queen of the ring, and I'm happy. Hopefully, it's an annual thing again. I don't know if the outcome's gonna be the same as far as what they get, but hopefully, it's an annual thing again. Kind of like Money in the Bank.
I think it will be, because a lot of the people who lost backstage interviews, they saying, "I'll get them next year." A lot of them been saying that, so I'm gonna run it back next year, or come back and I'm gonna win this thing next year. I mean, no matter if I lost tonight, a lot of people been saying that. There's been a number of superstars been saying those words, so I think so. And one thing I noticed, Gunter didn't even put the crown on. A lot of people been, from what I've been hearing, was they be worried about that, because when a lot of people back, past few years or a bunch of years, been putting on the crown. They done had a new gimmick of the king. They're king now. They've been using that for like a year. So a lot of people been worried about that because think it's too cartoonish or whatever, and they was worried about if Gunter wins, how it'll make him look bad. But he didn't even put it on. He just held it up, like just looking at it as a trophy, as an accomplishment. And I think that's probably gonna make a lot of people happy. I didn't care either way. I mean, I didn't think he's gonna just have the gimmick with it in either way, but I would still put it on. That thing looked kind of nice. I would put it on either way. That's just me. But a lot of people's worried about that. But he saw it as a trophy, held it up, fireworks went off, and it was good.
I like the fact that the fans are like, you deserve it. He's like, I don't care what you think I deserve. He was still locked in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And how you think about his entrance? He had a stone face doing the whole Orton entrance. He didn't get that, and they mentioned that on commentary.
Yeah.
And so, one other thing, not didn't do it as that actual match. When I was surprised about, they actually mentioned Owen Hart winning. Corey Graves singled that out as a big win by Owen Hart. So and for that, if we do that in this company, I was surprised.
But you know that this was the anniversary of his passing not too long ago. So, yeah, this was like the anniversary of his passing. So I think that had a lot to do with it too. And then you got to remember, you know, who's at the head of the helm right now, you know.
Oh yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, I know his wife just has nothing to do with WWE from what happened. But and she been doing stuff with AEW. That's why. That's like I said. That's another reason I was kind of surprised they even mentioned his name. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, his wife don't even want them to have nothing to do with Owen because of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what backstage they talked to her, Triple H talked to her, or I don't know. I don't know what happened, but it just like took me by surprise.
Right.
I would say, to Sean's point, look who's in charge now, and let's think about it. This is not. I'm not surprised if she did like come and they had a conversation, because look all the people that Triple H kind of, when Vince was even there, and brought back Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah.
They would against each other. Now he's in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? I think he said a lot of things happened with Brock Lesnar. They had a lot of business talk. You know what I'm saying? That's another place there. So I'm not surprised.
Him and The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock. Yeah, I'm not surprised. If these have happened, because Triple H he went and mended a lot of perhaps broken relationships for the better of the business.
I think Triple H going through like the real life health scare. I think that has a lot to do with it too. Like he's probably living his life like this is his last day. He's putting it all out there. Mm-hmm. And he does it I don't know him personally, but from what it looked like from outside looking in, he does a really good job of what's best for business.
Yeah. And, props to you, Paul Levesque, for doing that. Because I think because of that,
he's a GOAT.
I think because of that, that's one of the reasons why of course everybody's working hard, but I think that's why WWE is really on another level right now. So props to that. But fellas, can we move on to the main event?
Let's do it.
And move on to the main event. Now, y'all started off about the 360 camera now.
Yeah.
And you know, Mr. Logan Paul, he's prime for things like that.
Right.
But before we get into the action of that particular spot, you know what I'm talking about probably, if you saw what he did on top rope. But what did you think about the match so far with this is Cody's second main event title defense? Now, what did you think about the main event itself?
Cody did a good job putting Logan Paul over, really putting him over as, really solidifying him as he's a competitor. My hat's off to Logan Paul. I mean, we really have to talk about how good Logan Paul really is. Mm-hmm. This dude is really legit, man. And I think Cody did a good job of bringing that out, highlighting him more so than he would highlight himself, because going through this whole promo, Cody Rhodes like, man, I'm about to beat the mess out of you. You know what I'm saying? You're not in my league. You get to the match. Logan Paul's kind of holding his own to the point where you're like, wait a minute. Logan Paul got a small chance of winning, actually. But I think it was a good match. Cody, he does a really good job selling anything. And but that spot before you got to the spot that you're talking about, where Cody did the his move off onto the table, I thought that was a good spot.
Oh, the Cody cutter, yeah,
the Cody cutter right there. But man, it was a lot of good spots in that match, man. And Cody's just a baby face, man. I hate baby faces, man, but he's just a face. He's a face through and through. He shakes everybody's hands. He want to say hello to everybody before the match start.
Yeah. You need a moment, man. You gonna sip your cup? Okay, you need a moment. You all right?
I need a moment. Okay. I need a moment. These doggone faces. I need a moment.
But I agree. I think it was a nice, good match. I think Cody did kind of sell for him and kind of put him over a little bit to another level of things, because we've seen Logan Paul have stellar matches. Honestly, matches with Roman, it was very good. Matches with The Miz, very good. Matches with Seth Rollins, Ricochet. He's had some bangers. But I think these types of matches right now, where he's at now as U.S. champ, it was a good way to see, okay, can we move him consistently up to the next level? If that ever comes a thing for him, So I do think that was a very good main event. I think it did well. It wasn't match of the night, but I'm not taking anything away from it as well. You know, it was a very good match, nice, good, solid wrestling match with some good spots. You know, with the prime, with Logan Paul going on top of the rope, drinking the prime, spitting it out, and then doing a frog splash, I believe, through the table on Cody. He's already working on his sternum. He was already working that part in the match itself. So I was like, okay, nice psychology there.
So my thing is, what if Logan Paul started before he did YouTube? Because I think a lot of people just don't like Logan Paul from antics he did when he was doing when he's still doing YouTube and whatnot. He still got the podcast and everything else or whatever going on Prime, whatever. But what if he did start in WWE? I think a lot of people would feel a different way. Like, this man is top notch. A lot of people don't want to see him win because what they know what he did on YouTube and what things he was kind of banned for, or people just don't they rub people the wrong way, basically. But if he started WWE, I think like he a lot of people have more of the fans on his side. And he could be that babyface that he wanted to be when he came in. He leaned more towards being a heel, which fits him better because of what precedes him. But I think a lot more people be on Logan Paul's side and want to see him win. But like, so people just see a YouTube star when they see him. But every match is better and better. This was almost better than the Cody AJ match in France.
Yeah,
it probably was better. It had probably more exciting. And AJ is the man.
Yep.
AJ is that guy. I would love to see AJ versus Logan Paul.
That'd be a good match.
Right. Logan Paul is just showcasing every time he's out there. He's been there way more often, full time since he signed his new contract. What he said he was going to do. And Cody was saying he needs to do in order to be seen that way. That's his point. Like, people just going to see you a YouTube star. You ain't in this like I am. You didn't come from this. I am this. And that's what he's trying to stress to Logan Paul. And Logan Paul, trying to be nonchalant about it, but Logan Paul knows what he is, knows his skill, knows what he's done in the past, and he's been doubted before, and he continues to win and win and win. He has a U.S. title. He won before in Saudi Arabia. He knows what he can do, so he don't care about what these fans are saying, but it's just hard for a lot of fans to see him that way because of the YouTube fame and how he rubbed them the wrong way then. And so, and he's still getting these losses, but the performances, I think they're going to turn people away from their YouTube stuff and make them believers in who he is, and he will be a future champion. And that's what I believe, because I see the talent. I think everybody sees the talent, but they just, like I said, they just already had that bad taste in their mouth from what they know him from before.
Yeah. That, I think, coming in the way he did, I mean, now he Logan Paul is a brand. So, bringing in the prime and stuff like that, I think it's a good move for him, man. And you're right, man. You brought out some really good points, because that dude is legit, and I think they need to go ahead and make that match happen, him versus AJ Styles.
Yeah, well, AJ looking for something right now anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I want to kind of backtrack to one thing that Crump said. You don't just give somebody like Logan Paul, or anybody for that matter, the chances he get unless you trust them. Okay, he's from Cleveland, so they let him announce on his show that SummerSlam was coming to Cleveland this year. So they probably going to put a lot of stock in him to try to sell that thing out. Miz and all these people like that as well. But he's probably going to be probably the face on the cover for that. Because he's from there and he has such a large following. So to keep putting him in main event matches like that, especially in Saudi, and from my understanding, Saudi Arabia kind of gets a hand in who they want to see in those matches. They want to see him like a lot of the big stars, because I'm assuming there's a big payday for the stars as well. But from what I gather, so he's always on that card, is what I'm saying. He won the U.S. title there too. I think what Ron alluded to. He's fought Roman there. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of big places there. So I'm like, okay. This guy, he is really good. Now, as I expected him to lose to Cody, obviously, because Cody just got the title. I expected him to lose, but for me, it's about what can he do against Cody. That's what that was about for me, and I think he delivered, man. Yeah,
it's like what Billy Ray say: get over without going over.
Mm-hmm.
Showcasing yourself and maximize your minutes without even even winning. You know what I'm saying? It showcase who you are and like prove to these people, I'm legit. I'm here. I've been here every week now since this new contract been. I know y'all you can't get me before about that. I ain't been here a lot. I'm a champ. I'm a U.S. champ. SummerSlam, even with this loss, SummerSlam still in my home state, home city or whatever, and I'm still U.S. champ. And it still has to see who's coming for me, not who I'm chasing. Who's chasing me? I'm still a champion no matter what. This match is just up in my style. If I got the title, great. I'm a double champ, but I still put on a show, and y'all gonna notice me and recognize what I am. And I'm still U.S. champ.
Yep.
Well, they kind of teased last week. Not this past Friday, SmackDown, but this Friday. But they kind of teased a little showdown with him and LA Knight.
Yep.
They kind of teased that. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta see if they heading towards that. Like we were saying, like, boy, if they hit him and AJ, I won't be mad at that one because that match that could put some butts in seat for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Even though they got two big shows before SummerSlam, they might could do it at, but that sometimes you're one of the second biggest, so I don't know. AJ looking for something. He got to get something.
Well, they got to your point. They got two big shows before that, Classic Castle and then Money in the Bank. So, you got and that's going to be a lot can happen right there. How they say a lot can happen in a year. I'm saying a lot can happen in 3 months.
Right.
Here we are still in May. Then you got June, July, August. A lot can happen there.
Every show has been big, bro. So it's hard to say like but like I said, they only get for the last few shows 5 matches. So you got limited spots on these shows. So not every title can be defended anyway. So people got time. So we're gonna see how they stretch it out, or put everything together, how they book it, how Triple books it.
But I mean, even then, it's last. I mean, the King and Queen of the Ring. I mean, felt like it had a big time show feel. Show feel, man. Yeah.
And Saudi Arabia, that's always a big stage. They have a lot of fireworks going on for everybody. Yeah. Because those entrances was amazing. Especially I can't get over that SmackDown with the Tama Tonga entrance. Like with Solo coming out, when he coming through that fire with the smoke, boy, and he crawling through.
Yeah.
I watched that over and over again.
Man, I'm ready to go to Saudi, man. They done sold it to me.
There's been a lot of controversy with him with Saudi, but the show's been getting better and better every time they go, and they're going back in November for Crown Jewel. So I mean,
they got the what they got there? The
WWE Experience.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did showcase that a little bit. They did a little commercial.
Yep.
I think that was in Riyadh, right? Was it in Riyadh?
Yeah.
Because they was in Jeddah for the show, right? They was in Jeddah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's still the same area, I guess. I mean, it was at the other side of the country, but I mean, still.
I think it's the other side, but
that's where they're gonna be in November, though. They're gonna be in Riyadh in November.
Yep.
I want to kind of bring it back a little bit, Rick, too, talking about that, about Saudi Arabia and having the two shows, which typically in May and November. And I think they're coming up on. I think the deal initially was 10 years, but I think they're going to continue it. That's coming up, I believe, pretty soon here. Like it's been about 7-8 years now. I think, but I want to kind of circle back to something real quick. With this particular King and Queen of the Ring tournament, we know that the winners are going to get the title shots at SummerSlam. But I want to ask you both, like, what do you think could be done different with this ring of King and Queen of the Ring that has not been done before? What do you think could be better in this year-long crown, if you will, of the champions as far as King and Queen of the Ring? What do you think could happen? How can this propel easily these winners to the next level? Because remember, going to get the title shot at SummerSlam, but they also going Bash in Berlin right after that. And I think he's German, so right after that they're going to be there. So but how you take this momentum? And thinking about what Nia Jax went through personally and how she showed that emotion. What do you think happens now with those two particular superstars? Not counting SummerSlam because they don't get title shots, but for the next year, up until the next King and Queen of the Ring, what do you think could happen for their careers?
To me, it can do nothing but go up because that's what it should do, and so they can show that King of the Ring is important. It's something that almost like is there. Like the tournament in New Japan, the G1, the G1. It's something that people look forward to every year.
Mm-hmm.
Not something they think is a joke for the past couple of years. I mean, I still liked it every time it came on. They showcased it, but you see in this one, they had so many matches where you didn't know who was going to win. When was the last time King of the Ring had so many matches you didn't know who was going to win? And you could predict easy.
Mm.
And this you did. You had the competitiveness. He's like, okay, go this way. Okay, or they could do this. Because like in the finals, you could have thought Tama Tonga and Jade Uso was going to be the finals. But it was Gunter and Randy. But people thought both of those could have been those finals. But a lot of those matches, even at the beginning, even at the first round, I was like, man, I need to see that match. Oh, when that match coming on? Live event, dang, I can't see it. I'm mad I can't see that match.
Mm-hmm. So
you didn't have that in past few times they did King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring. And so this should propel them and show, just like Money in the Bank does, like propel, that's, you cash in, you the champion.
Mm-hmm.
And you propel you to that next level. You could be on that level. And some of you sometimes people just lose or get it at one time state and fall off. But a lot of people stay up there on that level. Because like what happened when back then with Daniel Bryan, he stayed on that level of being a world champion when after he cashed in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he lost quickly at that WrestleMania afterwards, but he still was a mainstay in that, top division. It propelled him up. There's a lot of them like that. And so this could be another one of those could prepare you. You get a shot for a certain show, Money in the Bank coming up, you get a shot throughout the year. So it's a different, tactic how they present it. And so it makes sense. And a lot of people was looking for that. Oh, they need more incentive. We were saying on this show, they need more incentive, and it's doing that. And they gave it to us. So we see we got to see what they do afterwards. The follow up. It's all about wrestling. It's all about the follow up in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And what you do afterwards. We love the moments, but everybody looking after that moment. Hey, what's going next moment? Everybody predicting. That's what a lot of these shows about. Which we do a lot. Mm-hmm. And we have three board predictions at the end of this show.
Mm-hmm.
It's prediction. It's that. What's next? How you follow up? What's going on? What are they gonna do with him? Are they gonna build him up to do something, or they're gonna fall off and this meant nothing? And you never want to have that. This meant nothing. Everything should mean something. Everything. That's why shows in the background. You better pay attention to. Don't look at your phone. You might be something in the background. Everything means something. This tournament meant something, and that's what it should. And that's what it should be. That's how it's supposed to be presented.
Absolutely.
Sean, before you say that, man, I want to. Hey, I don't know if something in your cup, but boy, you on it, boy.
It's just water, boy. It's just water.
Hey, I'm just saying, as your brother, and it's not taking nothing away from my brother Sean. I compliment him all the time, but I wanted to just, give you some props, man, on how you just spitting this stuff, man. This stuff is coming fluent, bro. It's fluent, man.
We all passionate about this, and something I watch on a daily basis, or I'm into on a daily basis. I play the game. I watch the show as much as I can. Family, we have family, but we just like you said, Sean. I watch it on my phone. We find any way to watch it, any way to see it. So that shows our passion. Like we want to see this, and then we're doing this show. But just starting the show and doing it, it shows what we want to get our thoughts out. I want to get our creativity out about what we think could happen and stuff like that. So, and that's why shows at least this are important, because people need to express themselves. When we deep in the business or not, we out here showing that we want to be here. We want to be noticed about what we think. And if people comment down below, if you think about it the same way as us, we want to have a conversation with you, the digital audience. We want to talk to you. And have that back and forth. This is what this show is for. We all champions here. Whether we've been in the ring or not, you a champion. We talking about what we want. Talking about what we think that's needed in this business that we all care about and think about on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Hey, nothing else to add to that other than the queen and king, they don't need to be pushed to the background until SummerSlam. You know what I'm saying? They need to be brought out. I'm pretty sure Gunter's going to find his way into something.
Of course.
I mean, it's going
He
to be
being
something.
protected for real.
Oh my God, man, it's gonna be something, man. And I think now, because he no longer has this faction, so now it's just him. So I'm curious to see what's going to take place with him. The big person to look out on or to keep watch on is Nia Jackson. I think she's going to steal the show plenty of times leading up to SummerSlam.
Yeah, and it's not just about people, the winners, the
That's
people
true.
that were in this tournament who went far. Like I said, Lara Valkyria. I think she turned some heads. Like I was saying, but in past episodes, NXT these roundup call ups and what they've been doing lately, showing we here. Like I went to the finals. I went all the way to Saudi Arabia. Lara Valkyria, they showing her off.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not just about the winners. Just like in any other contest, like American Idol, whatever, it ain't always the winner that's most successful.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people that was in the tournament or in the running who may be more successful than the winners.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to see if that happens or not with this, and it's intriguing.
Y'all y'all awesome. Y'all make very good points. You know what I'm saying? The mindset. I like the part specifically where Sean says, "Yeah, don't just put them." I know we know they have a goal in mind in a couple of months, but they shouldn't go to the back burner just because of that. Just because you know their path. Let's put some more emphasis on that path. Let's put some more development on that path. If they continue to go on, like Nia Jax can be, this is just something they can go off of. Jade Cargill, she can continue that because they got disqualified because she got in her daughter's face, right? With Gunter, you got the Mad Dragon now. You got Ilya Dragunov there. You know what I'm saying? So you can put him and Gunter or something. I don't know if they want to say that, but you got options, right? So I think they'll be busy. I don't think they won't, I think they'll be busy for sure, man.
Yeah, they gonna have their spots.
But speaking of spots, let's talk about a spot that ain't happened yet. What's up with these QR codes, man? Like somebody tell me somebody tell me what's happening. What's happening here? You know what I'm saying?
It's been so many leaks of what's going on. But of course we know it's Uncle Howdy, and they leaked about who's gonna be in it. But it's not for sure. Till we see it on TV. And like I said, we thought we was gonna see something tonight. I think a lot of people predicted we'd see something tonight, but they could save that. Because enough happened tonight. Enough happened.
Mm-hmm.
To make people watch this show, the matches and who won and where they can go. We didn't already been over an hour just talking about that, and now we talking about Uncle Howdy. We didn't need it tonight. We expected it, but it didn't need to happen tonight. And I was watching some of the Bray documentary with Bo, and they said we're trying to do something for Bray's legacy, and this is about to be big. It's about to be wild. It's about to be crazy. And so I hope they can live up to that and for the words on that documentary, because that documentary touched a lot of people. And me watching it, I was like, oh man, I wish that. Like I said, every time I think of Bray, I was thinking about he left a great legacy, and he's always remembered that he's gonna live on forever with that legacy. But he could have more wins that could have really cemented him as being a new face up here and continuing and cementing what he's supposed to be. He could have been that new taker, but his legacy will always live on. And with this, they bringing it back to life. They gonna make something happen. I think we're gonna see whoever's in it gonna be shown in a different light than they were before, and hopefully way better. It just depends on who they go after and how they showcase it.
Right. I think this whole thing with Howdy, man, we ain't really gonna know what this is until they show up, because everything's kind of like jumbled together, cryptic messages. I have no clue what they're talking about half the time. Yeah. And I would like to be at a live show when they show some of this stuff, to kind of see what the feel is. But we really won't know until they show up. And I think it's just gonna keep Bray Wyatt alive, in that regard.
I agree with you both. as I tend to do because the conversation is so fluid and great. You know, I would say to the point, Ron, that I think sometimes that's where we as fans we want something so much, but we realize, okay, that was enough for tonight. Like a lot of emphasis was on the King and the Queen tournament, and you had title changes. So if you would have added that reveal to the PLE, that might have been a little too much because now you got to save some stuff, right? You got to save some stuff and for later, so you people can keep the people coming back. Maybe they would have came back if they would have debuted, depending on how they debuted. But you want to keep it, going. And Sean, to your point, we just won't know until it happens. We can speculate all day long. Of course, we all heard who's supposed to be involved in this this group. But like I remember a couple of weeks ago when SmackDown was in Jacksonville, Nick Aldis stopped by a wrestling school, and he posted the picture of everybody who was at the school. I think Alicia Fox was there. I think she's down there doing something. But he posted another. He had a smiley face over somebody's face. I don't know if y'all saw that.
I did see that. I was like, what is that? I guess I ain't look too much into it, but yeah, I know you say something.
Okay. So I found out later that was Dexter Lumis with a whole new look.
Oh, okay.
Long hair. Well, maybe to like the neck or something like that. I don't know. But I looked it up and I kept looking, and it was Dexter Lumis. He don't have a little blonde, top anymore up there,
A little swoop cut.
No, he don't have that anymore. So I was like, you know what? More to come. That's all I can say on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
More to come. More to come.
Like I said, it's gonna make you look at those people who's in it differently than you did before.
I think that's the whole goal too. Yeah.
Yeah. But and they be put high stuff in it here and there. They put Uncle Howdie. He was like in the audience on one show that they did. I think somebody showed online. He was just in the audience, like Drew entrance, like Drew McIntyre entrance. He was just there, just standing there, like just creepy. You know what I'm saying? And only live audience can see that. They didn't put that on screen, but from somebody in the audience, I think they took a picture like far away, but like Uncle Howdie. I'm like he just out there, like okay. So like they put a lot of stuff in, like Triple H love that background, and like you better focus and pay attention to what we got going on, because you might miss something. And and they did that even with Brave was with a Firefly Funhouse. They put like little characters in the background. Like if you pay attention, you see them, the little puppets or whatnot. And so they continuing with that. So and that's the type of stuff I love. Like I said, that build up. But with this King and Queen of the Ring, they needed to focus on who won. Because like you're saying, how they can propel them, how the path gonna go, they need to focus on them now. And with Uncle Howdie showing, if Uncle Howdie showed up tonight, that would have taken away all that that shine on them. Much shine was on them crowns. That would have taken away from all that with Uncle Howdie, because everybody was saying Uncle Howdie. Whoa! At the end of the show, what he doing? What's going on? So I think they do need to showcase that more on afterwards, because most of the Raws and SmackDowns been showcasing mostly about the King of the Ring tournament. And so now that's over, we found the winners. Now it's time to showcase other stuff we got going on. I mean, we put Uncle Howdie on the screen, spook somebody up. I don't know who's gonna get it, but we're ready to see
it. This is a perfect transition. So with that being said, and holding out on things of that nature, ladies and gentlemen, we come to a moment in the show that's pretty new to us about 3 bold predictions. And our brother Ron is going to talk about 3 bold predictions that he see coming. Go ahead and talk to the people.
Well, one was about we were talking about Gunter winning the World Championship title match at SummerSlam, but who he's going to face, or who was talking about who he's going to face. I think he's going to be Damian Priest, because that's a hard hit match on the way to see people. A lot of people like. I think Damian Priest is underrated, and how hard he hits and how good his matches have been. So him and Gunter is kind of a big match that I see in my eyes. I think Damian gonna beat Drew at Clash of the Castle, CM Punk interference or not. And to showcase he is a true champion, and he's not just here for like Drew been talking about. You can say you're gonna make Drew eat them words. I'm ready to see him do it and go to something and defend against Gunter. And I think that's what's gonna happen because we see with the storyline with the Judgment Day, he's coming more of a face, more of like I want this on my own. I want to do this on my own. If he fought Jade, he got mad at Finn and JD for helping him. He made up with him, but that's coming back down. That crack is still gonna get bigger.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a crack in the windshield. The more you go, that thing getting bigger. So you better take care of it now. It's not gonna happen. And what I told you a little earlier, the glue gone, mommy gone for right now. So that crack gonna get bigger. And so I think, and you see, and I think you seen Damian Priest with the shirts. One thing I've only seen like Damian, the shirts he's been wearing is more towards what he was before. He's showing his colors he wore before that with his flags, his national flag, Puerto Rico flag, not the Judgment Day purple. So I think that's a little tiny sign that he and then, like I said, even when he first won the belt, he said, "I want to be the workhorse champion." What heel is saying that? The most heel saying, "I keep this any way I can. I don't care what's going on. As long as I got this title, I'm gonna do what I gotta do." This man said when he first got the title, he cashing it in. Ain't like he just went on straight up match, but he's still trying to be a man about it, big babyface about it. Babyface, he wants the babyface talk about it. And so I think that coming down, I think he's gonna beat Drew and be that babyface to fight the heel Gunter. And I don't know if he's gonna beat Gunter now. That could be another bold prediction. He might, but that's gonna be tough because they got Bash in Berlin. He says after that SummerSlam, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so he might hold it past SummerSlam and then have another match at Berlin, depending on what happens in that match. And then Gunther can get his big moment in Berlin, which is he's not from there, from Austria, but people see him from that's been his home, his big purpose for him. A lot of people see it as that. So I see that's one prediction. I see Drew going to SummerSlam, possibly winning at SummerSlam, and fighting Gunter.
Okay.
That's one of my predictions. Also prediction for SummerSlam. Now we're going with SummerSlam. We was talking about earlier. I ain't spoil it all, but I think Nia gonna beat Bayley. I mean, if Bayley still has it, because Bayley needs another title defense before then, I feel like. But I think Nia might get this. And because, like I said, she got people to fight. Bianca could fight her because she said she had a leg injury, so she might say, "We need to run that back. I had a leg injury. I was hurt a little bit. I'm 100% now. By the time we get to after SummerSlam, if she wins at SummerSlam, if Nia wins at SummerSlam, I'm 100% now. Let's go for the title." Bianca or Jade. Jade might happen sooner because the thing with her, like saying with her daughter and stuff, like she was getting her daughter face and whatever. But that's two matches right there you can have for with Nia having the title. And what is he when people win the title, people always think about who their matches gonna be against, what's gonna happen afterwards, how they gonna hold the title, what their reign gonna be like. And then we got a couple contenders right there. They going back and forth with them. So that's one of my bold predictions. I think Nia, she got this Queen in the Ring. She'll be showcasing it all the way up to here. We've been giving Nia a lot of praise on this show, and I think it's well deserved for this run she having. And this and what we saying, what should happen after the Queen of the Ring? This should prepare her. Somebody needs to win at SummerSlam for this tournament to have that great consequence or great showing like why the tournament matter, because somebody could win like this. I think she's gonna be the one out of out of her and Gunter that's gonna win. I don't think Gunter gonna necessarily win like I did in my first bold prediction. I think Gunter might win at Berlin, and Nia gonna win at SummerSlam. So that's two of my bold predictions. Third one, we were talking about Sami Zayn. How he won tonight, showcasing how he deserves to have this championship. My thing is, I thought like, who's gonna take it from him, and the person that I know, I ain't gonna like this one. He gonna hate on this one. I think Jey Uso. Jey Uso gonna take that title from Sammy. They already got built-in, story behind them. Jey could win like a number contenders match or whatever, and they can have them stare downs, and we all know the history, and that's gonna be a built-up moment. Like this ain't about how it was in the bloodline. I ain't like you or this and that. Like we grown to be friends, and how you had my back when I got the Raw. This is about the title. It's only about the title. It's about business. I won this match, and with the Jay's momentum, with the everything else, everybody behind him, man, I want to be in that. I got to catch that one time. I got to be in that crowd one time for the entrance for the Jay. But this thing has too much momentum for him. Well, how he's been presented on TV, and he's not winning. He has to get a single championship before he gets back in this bloodline thing. He has to, and I think this is going to be the one. And because he's on Raw with him, and I think that he's gonna get Sammy. Whether it happens next pay-per-view or SummerSlam or whatever, I think Jay gonna be that one. And on top of that, once the bloodline stuff starts to come to a head, I think Sammy is gonna join back up with Roman and the Usos. Because who doesn't want to see that? No matter how Roman kicked him out or whatever, he got beat down. Jay already cool with him because you already know Jimmy gonna try to get back cool with Jay. Roman gonna need both of them, and so you saying you can't have us if you don't have Sammy, and he gonna get Sammy on the side already. Get him to go along, get back with the bloodline, but it's up to Roman and Sammy to mend what they did have before. What happened between them in the back in the bloodline, and the moment Roman and Sammy hug, you think the crowd ain't gonna pop for that? And they ain't gonna say Usi. They gonna do that. So that's two predictions in one with that one. So I think Jay gonna take the title from Sammy. He gonna be a little sour about it, but he's still gonna get him to come and be with this in the bloodline thing because and get Roman and them to get back together and have that big moment. And have the bloodline, civil war again, against Solo and the Tongans. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, then I don't know who knows Jacob about too, but that's down the line. Like, so we have to have a whole show about the bloodline because it's not like you talk about with that. But I think those are my three predictions right there. Sammy losing to Jay and probably still joining the bloodline in the Civil War with Roman and Usos. Nia winning and going on to be a women's champion again, finally, that she deserves with this run she's having since she came back. And Damian Priest beats Drew and goes on to fight Gunter in a drag-out match, and that he might win on SummerSlam also, and go to Berlin to fight him again. What y'all think?
Look, man, I think it's very well spoken out there. Good predictions. The top of the cake for me was Uzi, man.
And I have to apologize to our digital audience on behalf. I have to do that. Apologize that this again we're giving these passes, but it's all good. It's all good. I like your predictions. Other than I think that might be beneficial for Jay to get an IC title. I think that might be beneficial.
So what you apologizing for then?
Well, I mean, he gave me it's another charity case to Jay, but it's all good.
Oh Lord.
Hey, look, it was very well done, man. Thank you for sharing that. And family, friends, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the part of our show where this is the Champions Corner podcast, and we always like to share a champion's moment. And right now, and this is a moment about somebody or somebody maybe you don't know, who's having a champion moment in their life right now, who's done something in their life that creates champion moments for others. So my brother Sean is can you please share a champion's moment, my brother, and to inspire the people?
Absolutely, man. Just to piggyback off everything we said today on the show, man. The champion's moment today goes towards Nia Jackson and Logan Paul. I think those two had a standout moment on the King of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring But Nia Jackson, I mean, just to see her progression, her story, just to see it all unfold right in front of our eyes, is nothing short of amazing. And that should be very encouraging to every woman that's either pursuing some type of business venture or some type of athletics. And then Logan Paul, I don't like to use the word or the phrase self-made, but Logan Paul is an entrepreneur. He's basically a brand. And I think that, with him putting on the spectacle as he's put on every time we see him, I mean, I don't think he cuts any corners. He's putting in all the work. And I think that's just very inspiring to anybody that's, wanting to take their game to the next level. So those are my two tributes for the champions moment.
Wow, beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Fellas, before we get ready to close out for today, is there anything you want to tell the people before we get ready to wrap up here for today?
Subscribe. we want to talk to you. Comment,
like, share. Share.
Check us out on every platform. We there.
That's right. Hey, stay tuned for the next episode. We got none other than the Alabama ambassador. He's going to be joining us live in the Champions Corner podcast on the next show. You might want to tune in. Go ahead and already make plans.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Everyone, thank you for joining us. Like I said, like, follow, subscribe, share with your family and friends. We are the Champions Corner podcast. Peace.